What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Leading to a Higher Altitude podcast. My name is Jacob Snyder, the now former IFC Vice President of Public Relations. Today I'm joined by Forrest Pritchett, the new Vice President of Public Relations, and we're going to get into it.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Forrest Pritchett. Like Jacob said, I'm the new IFC Vice President of Public Relations, and today I'm going to be introducing myself and then asking some outgoing questions to Jacob. So let's get it started. So like I said, my name's Forrest. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm in the Epsilon Rho chapter of Phi Gamma Delta here at Embry-Riddle. I'm a senior, but doing an extra semester, so I'll be here the whole year. And I'm an aeronautical science major. So Jacob, you've been asking a lot of the questions for the last year. So I'm going to ask you some questions about yourself today and some outgoing details. So just tell me about yourself, where you're from, your major, hobbies, chapter, all that kind of stuff.
So I'm from outside of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It's a small town called Schwanksville. I know it sounds weird, but it's around King of Prussia, if anybody knows the PA area like that. That's like the big mall around me. I'm a proud Delta Chi, Embry-Riddle chapter. We don't have a cool Greek letter like affiliation, but yeah. My free time, or I'm an AS major. I like to fly. Kind of struggled through private, but kind of found my niche, I guess, in how I should do my training. So that's been helping a lot. I was an ATC minor, but kind of dropped that because it was pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to all the ATC majors out there. You guys do a lot of work. It's to be respected. And in my free time, I like to, since it's football season, I like to watch all football games, but especially the Eagles. Go Birds. Got a big game this weekend. Looking forward to it. I know that's going to piss a lot of people off, but I don't care. And, yeah, I just like to hang out with my brothers, have a good time. Yeah.
Instead of not being on IFC anymore, you decided to run for a new position. So could you tell me a little bit about that and what it entails?
Yeah, so my new position is the Vice President of Internal Affairs. So basically what that means is I run delegates meetings, I run hearings like within the IFC if anybody's caught doing something they shouldn't. I'm like kind of the second in command, not really. I would step in if Jaden were not able to make it to something or something of that nature. But yeah, I'm basically kind of the judicial side of it, but also getting to know the delegates is awesome. And yeah, I like to get those community relations in there rather than just my chapter. Because like I've said a million times before, we do a lot more when a entire community is involved opposed to 60, 50, however many guys, you know.
All right, so what do you kind of touched on it, but what are you most looking forward to by continuing to be on IFC and taking up this new position?
Yeah, so I'd like to continue that growth, continue getting to know the chapters, getting to know the people in charge of chapters. Like last semester, sat down with Alex Della Penna at some point, and we actually like got to know each other pretty well, found out he didn't live too far away from me. So yeah, just really expanding the circle of people that I know, and also getting to work with them. I really enjoy that. I think it's a great aspect of the community. And yeah, just like having another time on IFC. Like being on IFC, people see it as some people don't like it, some people like it, some people know what we do, some people don't really know what we do. But I'd like to kind of break that stigma and reach out to the chapters, really be a helping hand, and hopefully build better fraternal relations across the board.
All right, thanks for that. So you did this podcast for a year and in the same position as me. So one question I wanted to ask to kind of wrap it up a little bit is what are some advice you have for me going forward?
Yeah, so the Vice President of Public Relations is not an easy position, just like any of the other ones on IFC, You gotta not only do this podcast, but also do the Instagram. I know Forrest talked about maybe starting up a TikTok, but it's very time consuming. But my number one piece of advice would be to learn how to manage your time. So the approach that I kind of took was, if I'm on campus and I don't have homework to do, or I'm not doing homework, I would try to make an Instagram post, try to figure out like more Instagram post ideas, maybe write some questions for a podcast, see who I want to have on the podcast, see what questions would be better for them. And yeah, it's the podcast side of things especially is very like technology heavy. So that was something I just kind of had to like trial by fire, just really sit down, try to mess with the recording software, figure out how to edit a little bit better. And yeah, just it's going to be rough at first, I'm not going to lie, but you will get it. And it's a very rewarding position once you kind of get your flow and get things going there. All right, this is going to be my last closeout, I guess, ever. It's kind of crazy. Feels good, though, I'm not going to lie. But, yeah, thank you guys for listening to this episode, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.